One day last week on the Yahoo page, it said that Nate Scarborough was betting somebody $1,000 that Obama would win re-election. And I was logged in, so I scrolled down, made a comment. Obama's going to get his clock cleaned. Hit send. That was it. So you might have noticed I'm a little low tech. And over the weekend, this little bell up in the corner here had a one by it notification. So I clicked on it, and 5 people gave me a thumbs up on that comment. So all flushed with success, I put another comment up there saying I'll go one step further and call this election. I think I can speak for 98% of us when I say thank God the mind-numbing commercials are going to end. We're going to be happy to go back to car ads after this. So I want to center in on a local race first, because I don't know if it's just regional, if it gets out all over the place, but here we have Claire running against Todd. And frankly, Claire, you lied to us. You said you were going to go up there and fight this stuff, and then, there's stimulus money, and we're going to get some, and you took it. So please, take the money and go. We don't really want to hear from you again, and you should have made enough that we don't have to. And Todd, I tried for a couple days to wrap my mind around a legitimate rape. The only thing I can come up with, because they did Photoshop that, what you were saying, I know you didn't say that student loans are the third stage cancer of socialism. You can go back to my old videos and I covered those stages. So he knew what he was talking about. But then you tagged on there that a woman's body can take care of that on its own. Were you homeschooled or what? Because if you went through the public school system, you'd know that they're more than happy to tell you those little guys, doesn't matter how they got there, they're looking for a place to hide. Our body cannot shut down that. And then there's that guy up north. It's a shining example of who we're sending over there to represent us. You don't have any idea what God thinks about abortion. Oh, it's a gift from God. No matter whether you're raped or not, a woman is violated, and daily she has a reminder tugging on her leg of that incident. Come on. And now on to the national election. This is still America, but I will use decorum and ask the candidates that I address them rather than just blurting out something. Of course, I'm going to ask you and then blurt out something. But here it is. Mr. Incumbent, I'm afraid you're going to be a one-timer. And there's 2 reasons. One of them is, we have a saying over here, is that you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And the other one is, and the guy behind the camera said this years ago, although there is no guy behind the camera anymore, it's just me and my little webcam now. But he said the pendulum swings back and forth, and that keeps us somewhere in the middle. And frankly, sir, another 4 years would mean one of 2 things. That pendulum would either tip over or it would go completely around and chop us on the way back down. And Mr. Romney, I didn't give you credit for one thing on that last video, which was your selection for a VP. You guys just can't get away from them RPs, RPRs, can you? And you might have noticed in the last video, I didn't mention anything about Ron Paul, which he's my guy. And this is why, from everybody else, we get platitudes of, oh, we're going to cut spending. But he tells you how we're going to. Of course, cutting 1/3 of the federal employees. How many super PACs is that going to win you? Mr. Romney, if you do end up on top after Election Day, I cannot believe there is a chance on this planet that you don't know who the CFRers are. That's right. But if not, you're going to meet him. So I have a big election day extravaganza planned for next week sometime before the court battles begin for the loser. And yes, I'm pretty sure Google does have a problem with copyright infringement. So the guy behind the camera said, "Well, I just put it on there. Your name's not associated with it. From what I hear, that's $10,000 per clip for everyone we use, and we used a bunch of them." So I have a better idea. After this election's over, I'm going to start a campaign of my own, and it's to get Bill Maher to let me use the rights to that movie for a while. If not, I'm going to show clips in the meantime until we get something rolling. So until election day, I will be back and see you soon. If I am wrong, and I've been wrong before, I have to agree with Rush on this one. If we get 4 more years, God help us.